YouTube channel. If you're watching this, make sure that you like, subscribe, share, comment. I would love to do a personalized reading for you. Also, you can click the search the link in the bio to be able to book one with me. If you're on Instagram, make sure you click the link in my bio to either book a reading or subscribe to my YouTube page. This is a reading for today's energies, and the date that it's loaded, that's the date that it's on. But if you watch this at a later date and it resonates, then this is also for you. So these are numerology cards, ones that I have personalized myself, and it is pretty much a channel between ethers and numbers, and I'm the medium. So, well, the Sun and the Uranus card just came out, but we're going to go ahead and keep shuffling and see if they present themselves again. So let's see what the ethers have to offer us for the energies today and for the next few days. We have the 1, which is the representation of the masculine principle, ideas, new beginnings. 8, representation of expansion, karmic cycles, balance, abundance. 3, representation of the feminine principle also, as well as 0, there's 2. 3 is also about creativity, expression, actions. We don't have the Pluto card. Pluto is a representation. Pluto basically rules Scorpio, which is also rules the 8th house, and it is a representation of the death and rebirth cycles, transformations, also that sexual creative power. And then we have Uranus, and Uranus is a representation of individualization, but also groups that we belong to. So Uranus is about power, rules the 11th house, rules Aquarius. It's about rebellion, it's about freedom. So with these 5 cards, 1, 8, 3, Pluto, and Uranus, I'm getting a sense that there's an idea or a masculine energy that in your life, if this is pertaining to you. But most of my readings are really for the collective, but I will give a more individualized reading as well. So it could be an idea when it comes to the collective about tapping into our inner child. It's also, it could just deal with children in our lives as well. And there's an idea that's coming to a more transformative state because we might be rebelling against, let me see, the Sun card and the Uranus card came back out again, that's the Sun. Rebelling against old ideas, so maybe our inner child is rebelling, maybe it's looking for some type of freedom so that it can gain some clarity on truth. 7 and 9 came out together. So we're looking for some kind of truth here. We have the fire, 5 and 1. Where we are fighting and changing our old perceptions. And the 5 and the 1 came out between the fire and the water card. which means that there's some kind of balance that's coming into play here when it comes to our perceptions. I guess this is turning into more of a collective reading. If you want an individualized reading, definitely hit me up because I can get more into detail when it comes to individuals. But I want this to be more of a collective reading, and if it pertains to you, then you'll know it. If you're in the realm of collective beings that I am giving this reading for, you'll definitely know it. 8, 6, and 9 came out, so we're releasing something. Let's see what we're releasing. Well, we're releasing certain emotions. Ooh, we're releasing certain emotions so we can get to a grander space, a more evolved, expansive space. Ooh, of love and balance between our feminine and masculine principles when it comes to these ideas of what that looks like. Alright, we got 3, 3, 4, meaning that we're mastering this by coming to a more balanced sense of being right now. We got 3, 3, and 2 4s. And we got Mercury and 22. So we have 33 that came out first, and then the 44 came out after that. And then here comes Mercury, which is a planet of communication, of movement. It could be movement physically, movement spiritually. I think this is mostly talking about our emotions. So yeah, we're moving into a more balanced state of fortitude, foundation when it comes to our inner child, and we started off with the regeneration and more of a sense of truth, a better sense of truth when it comes to our inner child and what we need to release when it comes to our emotions concerning these ideas, because we might be attached when it comes to these ideas of what our inner child wants. Might be attached to some false ideas that are not really serving us in this particular time frame, and we want to really expand Neptune here. Jupiter and Neptune came out together. We want to expand on what it is, these lessons that we're learning right now in mastery, in foundation, in balanced communication. 4, 7, and 2. So, and as far as our past outdated frame of beings, looks like we are going to be separating from them and grounding them, healing them, and changing the structure of our divine masculine and feminine within. And there's a new sense of self and a new battle come upon us. And that's going to lead to some, that's probably due to these restrictions of the types of thinking that we have when it comes to the balance between the masculine and feminine principles. And that might not just be within ourselves, it might be the way that we interact with other people, it might be within the structures that are in society. Because like I said, this is a collective reading, so we have to think not just within ourselves, we have to think about what's happening outside of ourselves, the structures that are in place right now that are actually breaking down and that we are assisting in breaking down because of this death and rebirth that we're going through as a society, as a collective here on earth. This rebellious nature that we're seeking, this rebellious nature that we have as we're seeking truth and clarity. Um, we're balancing out this change, this transformation with these ideas that we have about the structure that we live in. And we're learning more about our emotions and trying and attempting to expand the subconscious mind when it comes to these ideas. We're letting go of certain things when it comes to these ideas. And that 3344 to 22 is just really talking about creating and mastering that foundation and that balance when it comes to the communication of how we're receiving these messages that are upon us right now. And we're releasing, healing the past, transforming the current. We can't really fight these new ideas because the old outdated ones, because that Mars came out with the 56, and we need to not fight these new ideas right now. We are a little bit restricted when it comes to these new ideas. But we're going to be letting go of that fear. We're going to be letting go of that fear of these new ideas that we have upon us. And we're going to, I want to say forcefully, we're going to forcefully create the new future that is upon us right now. Definitely will be pushing through those fearful thoughts of releasing the past outdated versions of the mentality that we have when it comes to the balance in our collective between the masculine and feminine principle. And then the air card came out with the 8 and 6, just meaning, that once we have pushed past those ideas, that we are going to be able to easily release the flow. And then the results of that is going to be more love, always. Venus came out. So thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe. If you'd like a personalized omniversal number energy reading, definitely hit me up. Click the link in the bio, click the link in my description. Much love, much peace, much guidance and prosperity to everybody out there watching this. Peace and love.